What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stat Street Sports Podcast, episode 19. I'm your host, Jarrell Hicks, and let's get right into it. This was scheduled for today at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. It is not 1 p.m. Eastern Time. It is 6 o'clock in the morning Eastern Time. I have not slept that much last night. Well, early this morning, late last night. Couldn't sleep. Been up since like 2 a.m. Went to bed at like 12 a.m. Couldn't get any rest, man, for some weird reason. So I'm like, hey, might as well clean the house up quietly as the family sleeps. Might as well, I'm making brownies right now as we speak. We're in the oven now, 6 in the morning, for family dessert or snacks, whatever, throughout the day. Couldn't really get any rest last night. So might as well, I say, hey, go ahead and do the podcast. But by the time when the clock hits, I'll probably be asleep so I can get some rest. So I can watch UFC 263 and the playoff games and things like that. So I said, hey, my bad, but I got to record early because I probably will be asleep around one, or at least not in the mood to do podcasting or at a time or space, could the kids be up, the family be up, whatever. But, excuse me, we are here though. Like I said, I'm not doing it at 1 o'clock, but I am doing it today though. So my bad on the time change, Um, I promise I'll be a lot better next time. But yeah, I just couldn't get any rest last night or this morning. So, what's up, guys? Don't forget, before we start, follow Stat Street Sports on all social media platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, the main three. Um, Also, like I said, you're here now. You're here on my YouTube live. So check out the YouTube channel. You don't got to subscribe. You don't want to. Check out the video. Check out the content. If you enjoy what you see, do what you want to do. Subscribe or just keep following or whatever you want to do. So the podcast normally comes out. The podcast normally comes out on Saturday for now, but we'll see. My work schedule changed. I got a new job, dream job. You would say not my dream career, but a dream job. I've been trying to get for the last couple of years. Finally got it. So the schedule, more hours, or not more hours, but different days, a lot more money, but different days. So we'll see. Saturday is kind of my family time. So now after this week, so we'll see how the schedule goes. But the one per episode, one podcast episode per week is still gonna be a thing. But I just gotta find out what would be the best day for me to do so. Because Saturdays might be a no go, to be honest. But we'll see. It might still say the same. We'll see. We'll see. But let's get into it, man. UFC 263 predictions. I've done this before already a couple of podcasts ago. Well, about a month ago. I did a YouTube video about a month and a half ago, as soon as this was announced, about Vettori versus Adesanya 2. I did a prediction video immediately stating that Vettori will come out the victor in this matchup. Now, I done seen every expert say no chance, very, very slim chance. Adesanya's gonna piece him up, gonna jab him up, all that stuff. But I'm still going with Vettori, man. I like a guy who has a dog, has some fight in him, has a rough edginess to him. He went a little berserk mode during that press conference the other day. But I like it. If he can control it, not go too hard, not go too crazy when the fight starts and blow his gas tank, I'm fine with a little intensity, a little roughness to him. And even if he does lose, which is fine, I'm cool with that. If he get pieced up, as long as he don't fight as timid as Yoel Romero and Paulo Costa did. You know what I mean? I'm not hedging my bets. I'm still going with him all the way. If I was betting on this fight, which I'm not, but I was going to, but I'm not. But if I was betting on this fight, I would put all my bread I'm betting on for Vettori. I'm not gonna hedge my bets. But like I said, if he were to get pieced up and lose, as long as he shows me he's trying, he's not being timid and shy like Costa and Yoel Romero was, I'm cool. I'm not mad at it. As long as you try, I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? So, that's my stance on that. If he loses, cool. I'm wrong. But as long as he tries, as long as he put forth a great effort, I have no problem with him losing. Well, I don't care either way, to be honest. But I wouldn't mind seeing him lose if he at least tries. Now on to the co-main event. Everyone's hyped up about it as well. They had a great fight last time. Came to a draw. 7-8 months ago? Devson Figueiredo, the flyweight champion, versus Brandon Moreno. Like I said, classic fight last time around. I can probably promise you it won't be that way this time around. I don't see it being that close this time. I think Figueiredo, as I predicted last week in my podcast, I think last week I might have been talking somewhere, talking to a friend or something, but I predicted now that Figueiredo will win via TKO or KO in the second round of this fight. This won't be a repeat of the first fight. I pretty much promise you. Figueiredo, who had always had a problem weight cutting. His last fight was in the hospital the day before their previous fight. I forgot what the reason was. But yeah, I think everything has happened to be perfect that time around. Figueiredo wasn't his absolute self, and Moreno was greater than what he normally is that day. So, all things considered, everyone's well rested, fully healthy, no hospital trips for Devson Figueiredo. I have him winning this via second round stoppage, KO, TKO. I don't see it being that close as it was last time. And Moreno both took crazy shots, but Moreno took some wild punishment. That last matchup, I don't think he can take that much this time around, or might get caught with better hits. We'll see. But I forgot. Marvin Vettori, I have him winning. If I were a betting man, I would say fourth round stoppage. Marvin Vettori. I think the ground and pound gonna get to him. Adesanya might can't get up. One of them 2 rounds. Somewhere in the third and fourth round. The fourth round, I think the bully, which is Marvin Vettori, I think he'll go ahead and probably stoppage via TKO in the fourth round. And just saying that, before I go back to Figueiredo and Moreno, just saying that kind of sounds crazy too. But you never know. But I'm still going with Vettori, man. Some way, somehow, he's gonna get it done. I haven't thought it all the way through on how he's gonna do it. I just believe in him, man. So Vettori, if I'm a bet, fourth round stoppage, TKO, KO, probably TKO, ground and pound type of deal. Flyweight, Devson Figueiredo defeat Brandon Moreno, second round, TKO, KO. That's my opinion on that one. And the last big fight of the night, the first big fight of the night, Leon Edwards versus Nate Diaz. Leon Edwards, who I'm very fond of. Nate Diaz, who everyone loves. Everybody loves the Diaz brothers. I don't see it as a real contest, to be honest. I think Edwards is far better than Nate Diaz. Last time we seen him, he was getting pieced up by Jorge Masvidal. I've been a champion of Leon Edwards for next title shot against Kamaru Usman. I've been saying that for a while now, especially after his last fight, I believe versus Bilal Muhammad, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody. I forgot who the last fight was. He was supposed to fight Kazmat. Kazmat got hurt twice. Got COVID and couldn't recover or whatever. So I think it was Bilal Muhammad, I believe. And in the eye poke situation, Edwards poked him in the eye and couldn't continue to fight. So, but still, I was still saying, give Edwards a title shot. I want someone new in there, not Covington, not Jorge. Not going to get done. But so he's here with Nate Diaz. I think he'll probably 3 rounds. It's going the distance. I think majority, going to Leon Edwards. I think unanimous. I'll say. I think pretty much control the fight, standing on the ground. Diaz will have his little flurries here and there. You know how he gets little fast hands, things like that. A little flurry, little moments. But I think Edwards win this pretty easily, and hopefully can catapult him to him versus Jorge next, him versus Burns, him versus, someone that's a top echelon fighter in this division, in the welterweight division, so stacked division. So that's really it for UFC 2. Yeah, can't even talk right now. UFC 263. I don't really care to, have opinion on the other fights going on. I will watch the entire fight. I might do a fight recap as I used to do on big cards of every main event card, on every main card matchup. So we might have 5 brand new videos on YouTube tonight. We'll see. But for sure, I'll probably do a recap as soon as it's done of Edwards versus Diaz, Figueiredo Moreno, Adesanya versus Vettori. On to the next topic. And I'm so sad I didn't see this, but I've been talking about this for a while now on my podcast. And that's Claressa Shields, current women's boxing champion, undisputed champion, made her MMA debut for PFL 4 on ESPN, I think Thursday. I was up. I forgot it was on. The whole day I had it, okay, Claressa Shields fighting day. I'm ready to see it. I'm talking about it for a while. I'm interested in seeing it. I didn't see it. I saw the highlights, though, and I read about it from articles about people who was there, analysts and things like that, and commentators and stuff, and also on Twitter. But I didn't actually the fight live. I'm sick about it. I even seen PFL on ESPN, but I forgot what brand she was fighting on, so it was like, is it one? Is it something? And I couldn't find it. But she comes with the victory, TKO stoppage in the third and final round. She had a great comeback win. I forgot who her opponent was, but all due respect to her, I'm not gonna look it up. I don't really care that much. But she did lose. Claressa Shields did lose the first 2 rounds. That was understood by everyone. She lost the first 2 rounds. She needed a big flurry, a big knockout in the third, and she got a TKO stoppage. She looked, watching the highlights, watching it back, she looked decent. Like I said, first time fighter, first time, nothing major, but she looked all right. She looked all right. Like I said, she lost the first 2 rounds, but she didn't look horrible. You know what I'm saying? And first time, pretty decent. I don't really want to see her again, though. To be honest, I think winning out, she should be it. Because the more you go up, the more dangerous it gets. And I don't want to see Claressa Shields get knocked out. I got a lot of respect for her and her greatness in the boxing arena. But, she got one out the way. I think, this might be all right. It might be time to go. I did it. It was cool. But from everything I've seen, looked like she's going to fight again, which I'm cool with it. But I don't want to see her get knocked out. You know what I mean? That's the only thing. I don't want to see her get tapped out, which is possible. Hey, like I said, the further you go up, the harder it's going to get, the tougher it's going to get, the more experience you're going to get. And like I said, if the fighter chose a different route in the third round that she fought this time around, they would have been more conservative. They would have played defensive more. They had a better ground game. She would have won. She would have got swept 0-3, unanimous decision loss if her opponent would have fallen a bit better in that third round. So, or at least like hung on or something. So, good win by her. Great comeback win. I honestly am cool on her in the MMA. To be honest, I'm kind of cool on it. But if she wants to continue going, hey, much power to her. I'm gonna definitely watch next time. But I'm sorry I didn't see it in person. Now the Lamar Odom, staying with boxing, the Lamar Odom Aaron Carter matchup was last night. I did not watch that. I did, but being up at 2 a.m, I did see the afterthoughts on it. I think it might just finished up at 2 a.m. I don't know, but it was trending and stuff, so it might have just finished up at 2 a.m. But Lamar Odom knocked out Aaron Carter's second round. I mean, come on. It wasn't really a matchup. Wasn't really a good fit. But this celebrity boxing stuff, I'm not mad at it. People need their bag, and people gotta understand, man. You have to like when you be famous, when you get famous, it's all about. And this is real life and the celebrity life. It's all about money management. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I plan on being a decent sized YouTuber. I plan on having pretty good money. You know what I'm saying? As I get older and stuff like that, I'm planning on that in the future, in the near future. You know what I'm saying? So I'm planning on ways to prepare myself when this money flow comes in. You know, when this really, really, really good money flow comes in, how I'm gonna act, how I'm gonna do things, how I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, how I'm gonna manage it. Because especially when you get big time money, you know, you have to manage it because you're gonna be big. You plan on being, well, you're gonna live a lifestyle that's big time for the rest of your life, hopefully. You know what I mean? So you get hot, even with music. You know, you get hot for a year and a half, 2 years. You know, your sound gets old. You change your style up. The fans are fickle. They might leave you, and then you're left with a mansion and take care of your whole family, and your budgets run out for your music. Like I said, the fans left you. The fans are fickle. You know, you know what I'm saying? Just things that happen. So you have to manage the money right. So back to the main topic, these celebrity boxing matchups. I'm not mad at it. A quick buck, you know, a quick decent buck, 30K, 40K, 50K plus. Embarrass yourself or not, you're gonna pay your bills for at least another year and change, or you know, for the next couple of months, whatever you got going on. You can help yourself by, you know, staying active and staying, you know, just in people's minds and thoughts. So I'm not mad at this celebrity wave, the celebrity boxing wave going on. Not mad at it. I hope some people will take it serious because, you know, this head trauma is no joke coming into sports. And, you know, you hit the right way or the wrong way, some true damage could come to you. You know what I mean? So take it serious, guys and girls that's coming into this, and just take it serious and not have to defend yourself properly. Nothing wrong with losing, nothing wrong with getting knocked out. I get it, but you never know. Getting hit the wrong way can definitely, you know, hurt you more than help you sometimes, or all the time if you hit the wrong way. So, you know, just I want them all to be careful. I haven't seen one yet personally. I haven't seen the Jake Paul, the Logan Paul fights. I've seen the highlights and the recaps and stuff on Twitter, but I've not paid for none. I probably will never pay for one, and that stuff is scammy. You know, excuse me. People get upset about Floyd and who Logan Paul's matchup, and they scammed. And why would you pay? Floyd was scamming us when he was fighting real boxers. There was no action. There was no real, you know what I mean? Just to see, people are really paying all this bread just to see Floyd lose, just to hope he loses. Like, come on, bro. What did you think was going to happen? A slugfest between Floyd Mayweather and any opponent? No, no, come on. Then he tells you after the fight. Also, he tells you before the fight. He's doing legally. He's legalized. Well, he's doing legal bank robbery. He's scamming us fans that really is paying for this stuff, and he's getting hundreds of millions of dollars for doing nothing. This is light work to him. And you think it's going to be a slugfest? He might lose. Even if he did lose, that's big business. For some reason, somehow, if Floyd did lose to Logan, it will be a part two. I promise you. I promise you. And it'll be even bigger purse. It'll be even bigger stages. It'll be even bigger money taken home. But Floyd ain't losing, so he ain't doing it that way. But yeah, it's easy money. And I don't understand how people are upset about what Floyd is doing or Logan Paul. I think the Paul brothers are doing great business, and they're capitalizing on these fighters, these professional fighters, not Floyd, but guys like Ben Askren, Tyron Woodley, not being paid properly in their sport of MMA, and they're getting a big bag in one whop. Where they lose or win, they're getting a big bag for, you know, fighting a YouTuber, a glorified YouTuber. So I love it, man. I love it for both sides. Like I said, everybody get your money. Just know what you're doing. You know, Ben Askren been knocked out a lot of times, not a lot, but a couple times in his career, doing it for a big bag after you retire from MMA. I ain't tripping. Tyron Woodley just not even retired, but he got cut from the UFC, I believe. Is it official? I don't know if that's official or not. But Tyron Woodley, has been knocked out as of late, a couple times his last 5-6 fights, lost his belt, has been on a downturn in his career. Why not get a little bag? He about 40 years old. Why not get a little bag? Get a little bag, get a little million change. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at this stuff. I promise you. Give me 1 second, though. I take Brian's out the oven. Brian's about to burn. Hold on. Real quick. All right, we back. Browns are safe, secure. The family should be happy. Now, Tyron Woodley, about 40-something years old, probably will be cut, if not already cut, from the UFC. He does rapping, he does acting, but, one quick little bag here and there. Go ahead and get us stuffy boxing going on. So I'm not mad at this stuff. That's really it for UFC. For the MMA, I was gonna do Bellator 260, which aired last night. I only saw the last 2 fights. Paul Daly versus the dude, the Jamaican with the dreads. Forgot his name. Paul Daly got lost easily, all 3 rounds. And I saw the main event. Was it Askarov versus Douglas Lima, I believe. I saw those 2 fights. I wasn't really paying attention like that, to be honest, so I'm not going to go into it. But I believe, what's the dude? Let me not say his name, Askarov. I don't think it's Askarov. Let me check his name real quick, man. Just to Douglas Lima versus... Why do I have Douglas MacArthur? Douglas Lima. I just seen Douglas Lima. Douglas Lima. I'm tripping right now. Okay. Yaroslav Amosov. Yeah, I seen that fight. I believe Amosov dominated Lima with the ground off all those rounds to win the title. Yeah, I saw that matchup. I don't have too much to say about it, to be honest. Like I said, I saw it, but I wasn't really tuned. That's why I do a YouTube video on it. I didn't really to recap either fight. I wasn't really like tuned in like I was supposed to do. Like I was supposed to, excuse me, to really do a detailed recap on it. So now I've seen the highlights either. So I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'm gonna leave that alone for right now. But it looked pretty good. Like I said, both fights were kind of dominated by the wrestlers. I forgot who Paul Daly fought, but he was dominated all 3 rounds. And Amosov dominated Douglas Lima all 5 rounds. So I need some water. Excuse me. But yeah, so I'm not gonna go into those, but I did see him kind of sort of half-heartedly. I saw those. Now on to, let's see, where should I go to now? Matter of fact, I'm staying with sports regardless. But let's go into some sports betting talk. Now, is it just me? And it's same as last night. It was out of 2 games. Every 2 games, just about. So every night, it's about 1 blowout. Sometimes 2. And seeing the Nuggets and Suns series, seeing all these series. But last night, the Suns blew out the Nuggets. It's like, man, have y'all noticed or wondered as well why so many blowouts going on? And my theory is, and look, I did a video about a year ago now saying the sport's rigged. And I get comments on that video. It doesn't have a lot of views, but I get random comments on that video probably like once every couple months. Like 2-3 per month. I mean per 2 months, right? And people send me stuff, hey, check this out, he break this down, she break this down, check out this article, blah, blah, blah. And I'm starting to think like, bruh, sports might be a little, you know what I mean? And me playing sports in high school, I never really thought, sports is rigged like that. But I'm 25 years old now. Obviously, I've grown, from 17, 18 until now, so my last time playing sports. I'm still having a hard time struggling with it. Like, man, is it rigged? But, my theory is it's getting a little out of hand now. All these blowouts in the NBA playoffs. NBA playoffs, all these in the second round between the better teams in the NBA. Teams are getting blowed out by 50, 40, 30. I'm like, bruh. But on to my theory. Let me stay on track. It's a bunch of FanDuel sponsorships going around. It's a bunch of DraftKings sponsorships going around. A bunch of Bovada commercials. I understand the commercials for FanDuel and DraftKings have been going around for years, but they never really publicly, they never really sponsored anybody. You know what I mean? Like TNT, Chuck, Shaq, Ernie, and Kenny. They're sponsored. They are sponsored by FanDuel now. And you see the FanDuel free game with the Chuck and Kenny over and under. FanDuel, I believe, sponsors Pat McAfee. DraftKings is on here. Is on certain platforms and networks. I'm like, man, it's kind of, I don't know, man. It seems like to me, and this is my first year ever betting on sports. And it's like, man, this the year where sports gambling I believe is at its highest publicly and legally. It seems like, they're at the forefront of certain things. And it seems just like, man, like, something going on funky. I don't know. I don't know what I'm still not saying sports is rigged, but something funky though. Something's real funky. I don't know how to call it, how to explain it, but something is real off with this FanDuel, DraftKings, so public, so everywhere in your face, and all these blowouts going on in the NBA. It's weird. It's real weird. So, all that to say this, I've lost a bunch of money betting on the NBA since the playoffs started. I thought the playoffs would kind of shore things up, getting more tighter. Everyone hit their averages. Everyone get rich. But it's been the opposite. Most folks were losing their money. They've been betting big, losing money, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not betting again until the NFL time comes. Even NBA final, you would think, it would be close and a real close series, blah, blah, blah. Who's playing, the Nets and whoever, the Bucks, whoever playing, Sixers, whoever playing. Yeah, I'm going to hold my bread. I'm going to hold the NBA has scorned me enough this season. I'm going to hold my bread to NFL time come. I've been doing well with baseball and hockey and tennis here and there, but NBA has really killed me, man. No joke. So I'm gonna stick out NBA season. I'm gonna watch it. I'm not gonna bet on it anymore. But it's just real funky how this year, FanDuel and DraftKings are so in your face. They're sponsoring everybody, and then the NBA kind of weird. But I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna go too much into. Well, I already said enough, but I'm not gonna deep dive into it too much right now. But I'm starting to think sports is rigged. I'm starting to think so. But on to staying with the NBA playoffs. Last night game, Sixers and Hawks. Sixers dominated back-to-back games again. They're up 2-1. It's weird, man. It's weird seeing the Hawks struggle now. Seeing them beat the Knicks so easily, seeing them come out in game one against the Sixers and handle them for the most part until the fourth quarter. And Joel Embiid is a problem. Trae Young, those boys can't buy a shot right now. Ben Simmons is doing some work on Trae Young defensively, and Joel Embiid is just dominating. I'm kind of shocked. I kind of had them written off. I thought, especially when I thought the Sixers written off, I thought Embiid was more hurt than he was. Came back since game one, busting tail. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of shocked at that. I didn't think Embiid would be as healthy as he was. So it looks like, the Sixers might run away with this next 2 games. The Hawks had no answer for them. It's just easy peasy lemon squeezy for the Sixers. So as of right now, that series to me, even though it's 2-1, I'm a demon that is being over now. And I think I predicted the Hawks in 6 or 5. I'm definitely wrong. I would think, unless something changes, I should be wrong on that. On to the staying with the East, Bucks and Nets. I had the Nets in 5. I'm still standing by that. They should have won game 3. I'm chopping it up to Joe Harris. Joe Harris had a terrible game. The Bucks came out hot, like 30 to what was the score, like 30 to 10, 30 to 5. The Nets come by a shot in the first quarter, end up coming back to the lead late in the 4th, and Joe Harris was like 1 for 10, 2 for 12, something crazy. He couldn't buy a 3-point shot, like 1 for 10 from the 3-point line. Joe Harris had an unpredictably off night. And I think, and he had a bunch of looks down the stretch late, 3-point looks, mid-range looks, and couldn't buy nothing, couldn't buy one. So I think a better game from Joe Harris, a better game from Bruce Brown, who missed a lot of shots as well, floaters, things like that. I think the Nets will win tonight, and they'll finish off in Brooklyn game 5 with a 5-game win. Game 5 win. Nets and Nuggets. I had this going to game 5 or 6 as well. And look, all this documented on my podcast, episode 18 podcast came out last week, available on all podcast platforms. So, I'm standing on my word. I'm trying to remember now what I said exactly, but I'm pretty sure I said the Suns in 5 or 6. And yeah, it's looking just like that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And I said this from the jump. I thought the Blazers would beat the Nuggets as well because no Jamal Murray. The thing is, with the Suns and Blazers, the big difference is the Suns have a whole lot better defense. So they're not succumbing to the Nuggets scoring prowess. Aiden doing a pretty good job on Jokic as best as he can. The whole team is, and there's no Jamal Murray, so it should be no problem. It shouldn't have been one with the Blazers either, but it definitely was. Obviously, it was. But the Suns have no issue with dealing with the Nuggets. So I had that in, I believe, 5 or 6. I forget. It might have been 4, but I know for sure at least 5. I mean, I know for sure it was 5, but it might have been 4 as well. I had somebody being sweet. I think it might have been the Bucks. Excuse me. It might have been the Bucks being swept. Nuggets in 5, Bucks sweep, Hawks in 5 or 6, and then on to the last one, the Jazz versus Clippers. I don't know what I had it at. I forgot. I think I had the Jazz winning or the Clippers. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. I don't remember. But I did say if the Clippers beat the Jazz, the Clippers going to the finals. I don't care who they face next. And it's looking like the Jazz up 2-0. They play game 3 tonight. And Mitchell coming to his own. And I'm so happy. I keep saying this back-to-back weeks, bro. I've called for this all season long. It's documented on my YouTube channel. It's documented on my podcast episodes. Just listen back. I've been crying about which young NBA star will take over and beat these proven guys, and beat these proven NBA superstars, the LeBrons, the Kawhi Leonards, the KDs, the Kyries, the whoever, the proven legit stars. And Devin Booker knocked out LeBron James and the Lakers with, kind of not straight up head-to-head knockout. So I'm not tripping on that, but it did happen. If Trae Young could knock out Ben Simmons and the Sixers and Joel Embiid and the Sixers, that would have been great. We'll see on that one. But Donovan Mitchell on the cusp, him and Gobert, well, more Mitchell because he's a superstar of the duo. He's going to knock out Kawhi Leonard, potentially Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, 2 proven guys in the NBA. And what if Giannis can knock out the Nets, KD, James Harden, Kyrie Leonard, Kyrie Irving and Giannis, the single superstar on that team, knocked them out. Young guy, not in Giannis, not that young still, but just a storyline of younger guys taking over. And the Jazz beat the Clippers. Yeah, the league's in trouble for a while because Mitchell is on that path of Dwayne Wade, his mentor. And my favorite player, Dwayne Wade. So, I've said this for weeks on the week. I'm not talking about the same thing, but I like it. I love it. So Mitchell's on a hot streak right now. He's going berserk right now. If he keeps it up, beats the Clippers, it's gonna be the West could be in the trouble for a while. They have a decent team. They have Gobert, the defensive player of the year, 4 times out of the last 5 years, something like that. They have Donovan Mitchell, the up-and-coming superstar. Clarkson, the sixth man. It's a little, Ingles, those boys, Royce O'Neal. It could be a problem. It could be a problem, man. So, we'll see. We'll see. On to WNBA real quick. To be honest, I haven't seen a game since the first week of the opening of the season. I seen Sabrina what's her name? Ionescu, the New York Liberty superstar player, the guard. I seen her with the triple-double her first night. I seen that, and I seen the Chicago Sky versus the Washington Mystics, I believe. Kenneth Parker versus Tina Charles, that main matchup. Out of those first 2 games, I haven't seen anything since. I'm keeping up with the news here and there, but I need to watch more games for sure. But Kenneth Parker is back with the Chicago Sky. She missed about 6-7 games with a nasty, nasty ankle injury. I seen it on Twitter when it first happened. Super nasty injury. Finally came back. The Chicago Sky lost like 7 straight games without her. Came back, game 1, looked pretty good. Chicago Sky won. And the way that team is built, if Parker can stay healthy and lead the way from here on out, they have a chance of beating those top 2 teams, the Las Vegas Aces and the Seattle Sue Bird and them, Sue Bird, Brown and Stewart, and those girls. They have a real shot at beating those 2 teams. They're the Chicago Sky's pace of play, style of play, and also the players. D. Shields, those 2 guards, Parker, they have a shot. They have a shot, man. So I like their team a lot. That's the team I really want to focus on most. The Chicago Sky. I think they have a big opportunity and make some noise if they can get into the playoffs. If they can recover from that 7-game losing streak. But I have to watch more games for sure. So yeah, that's really that on the NBA. Let's see what else. What's my list at? Let's see what I have. I have some NBA predictions. Oh, before I go there, back to Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz. Our favorite NBA analyst, Stephen A. Smith, made waves again on First Take, I believe, that Donovan Mitchell right now, go ahead and crown him the best Utah Jazz player of all time. Come on, bro. The era of clickbaits and hot takes is just ridiculous, and it's not hard to fathom. It's not crazy to say Mitchell is better than Stockton and Karl Malone, right? But it's crazy to say right now. They have a long tenure, both Stockton and Malone, a long tenure history in the NBA, a long tenure of greatness, a long tenure of availability, toughness, all that good stuff. Playoff bursts, deep playoff runs. So for you to say that so early is kind of just ridiculous. Come on, man. Mitchell's year, 3, 4, something like that, had some great playoff performances so far, but it's only year 3, year 4. You never know what happens next. You could have really said Derrick Rose the best player in Bulls history when he won that when he won the NBA MVP when he was 22 years old. Come on, like you can say that he's on track for that. Come on, you can say that back then. You know what I'm saying? Based off that trajectory, Rose was gonna win MVP dang near the next 5-6 years, at least 3-4 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. His style of play, his explosiveness, the team winning, blah blah blah. Rose would have been on track to have been the greatest player by far, you know, from that trajectory. You can't label that right now. You can't. So, you know, not to give it that much attention, but that's just ridiculous. That's just look. You can't trust the mainstream media, bro. In news, in sports news, in anything. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you. Come on, man. This is nonsense. But you know, just to address that real quick. Yes, Mitchell is more talented. He's more talented than John Stockton and Karl Malone, but he's not better yet because of the longevity factor. They were great for 10 plus years. Both were. You know, Mitchell has a long way to go. Long way to go. You know, so we'll see where it goes from here with Mitchell. Like I said, I like Mitchell a lot. You know, but you know we have to see. We have to let everything pan out first. So you know, Stephen A. Smith has really been the main topic, not main, but a real important topic on my podcast for the last like 3 weeks. He's been just going wild, just saying anything, bro. But on to my last topic. I'm here now, but I might do a little NBA early prediction for free agency. But I don't want to do any of the big names though. You know, I don't want to do the Chris Pauls, the Kawhis right now because everything isn't panned out yet. But I do want to talk about some rumors that's going around. So first and foremost, Dennis Schroeder returning to the Lakers. I hope they say no. I'm not gonna lie to you. Schroeder had a terrible year, and like I said, you can put in Kobe, you can put in the fit, team chemistry, blah blah blah, but he just played terrible for the most part. No, he had good stretches here and there, but no, like I said, you can say COVID. It's not. I can't dismiss that, but man, like you're there for a reason, Schroeder, and you couldn't get it done. So me personally, I'm taking out Schroeder. If I'm the Lakers, I say, hey, I offer you 80 mil, 4-year 80 mil extension. You said, nah, you pissed at it. Cool. I'm gonna not give that, but I want to bring in Derrick Rose, who was rumored to go to the Lakers sometime this year anyway via buyout or a trade from the Pistons. So yeah, give me Derrick Rose, swap him out for Schroeder, you know, keep KCP. Well, matter of fact, let go KCP. Nah, no. I won't say bring in JJ Redick, but I remember JJ Redick wants to be in Brooklyn. You know, he really wanted to be traded to Brooklyn. That's why he didn't play for the Mavs this year. When he got traded from the Pelicans to the Mavericks, he wanted to be in Brooklyn, close to his family, and he'll probably take a lot less to be in Brooklyn next year, to be honest. So, not ready for KCP. That's totally wrong because KCP's a better ball handler and defender. But yeah, I'm not bringing back Schroeder. If I'm the Lakers, I want Derrick Rose. Now I've been seeing this whole thing about the Lakers trading for DeMar DeRozan, trading Taylor Horton Tucker Jr., Kyle Kuzma, and a couple picks for DeRozan. I say heck no. Heck no. DeRozan is not a good fit for that team. I wouldn't mind seeing it work out. See how it worked out. But the DeRozan, 9 3-point shooter, can't space the floor. But in the other sense, it could work because if LeBron stay in the post or LeBron's at the 4, go to a 3-point line, a leading 3-point line, you have room to work. You know, DeRozan could work that post mid-range. Well, obviously that's what he will work. So I'm not against it all the way, but I would say, try someone else first. I don't know where you would try first, but try someone else first. I know it says Josh Hart wants a fresh start, quote unquote, from the New Orleans Pelicans. Bring him back to LA. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Good 3-and-D guy, tough nose guy, solid defender, good rebounder, good size. We know what he gets already. He's a veteran now, dang near. Been in the league, 4 years now? Almost. He's a completed project. He's a veteran, and you know what you get out of him. I'm a solid, decent ball handler. I like Josh Hart. He played with LeBron already. I like Josh Hart. I do. So, look, somehow trade Kuzma and somebody in a piece for a good two guard or a good point guard, and then bring back Josh Hart or bring in Derrick Rose, and that's it. I mean, a couple big men as well. I didn't mind Montrezl Harrell. I didn't mind that Drummond. It's tough. I understand on the one team only, but it's tough. It's tough. The Jazz have a big decision to make with Mike Conley, who's a unrestricted free agent this summer. Nah, they can't bring him back. Too often injured. I wouldn't mind seeing though if they can afford it. I know they probably can't. I'm not sure, to be honest. But if you can't bring back Mike Conley to Utah, how about another free agent around the same age as Mike Conley? I say Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry, Utah. Kyle Lowry, unrestricted free agent. The Raptors signed Siakam a couple years ago. They also signed Fred VanVleet to a big deal last summer. And VanVleet said he wanted to run. He wanted to be a true point guard of a team. Kyle Lowry's older, 35 years old, going on 36. Still has some good game left. Excuse me, my throat is so dry right now. Still has some good game left. Where can he go? Everyone's gonna say Philly, Brooklyn, New York, Knicks, Miami, blah blah blah. Dragic free agent, Miami, LA, Clippers and Lakers. No, Kyle Lowry. This prediction: Kyle Lowry is going to Utah Jazz. Book it. I'm telling you. Book it, book it, book it. I'm calling it right now. Kyle Lowry is going to the Utah Jazz. Telling you. Goran Dragic, Miami Heat. He has I think a player option. You never know. Miami could say, hey, it's either him or Kendrick Nunn. And I wouldn't mind seeing Kendrick Nunn back. Kelly Oubre Jr. for the Warriors, a free agent. Lakers, Nets, Clippers. We'll see, man. It's a lot of look. When the season's over and guys turn down deals look, when the news start coming out, I'm gonna let you know where everybody going. I ain't gonna lie to you. Justice Winslow been on the bench for Memphis last year and a half. Solid player still, ball handler, small forward / point guard. Hey, some teams who need backup guards, with depth with a good defender. And Winslow really hurt my heart, man. He's still so young. Well, they're also young. The NBA come out at 18, 19 anyway. But he was so young and so good with the Heat and just couldn't find his way ever since then. Injury slowed him up a little bit, but yeah, man, Spencer Dinwiddie. I like seeing these names up here, man. Norman Powell, player option. Josh Richardson, player option. So a lot of these teams, like the Lakers, Clippers, who might lose in the earlier rounds, they have a chance to get better because some good players will be on the market. Montrezl Harrell, player options. Derrick Jones Jr., player option. Serge Ibaka, excuse me, I wouldn't touch him. Back injuries nasty right now. I wouldn't touch him. Doug McDermott, free agent. It's some players up here, man, who can definitely help out. Alec Burke, free agent. Lauren Marketing, restricted. I wouldn't touch him either. I think the Bulls might bring him back. We'll see though. But yeah, a bunch of guys up here, man, that can help a team immediately. They might cost a little bit though. Like I said, the guys I named so far might cost a little chunk of change. I'm not really sure right now what's the cap space for each team, for any team, honestly. I don't know where they stand at, to be honest. So we'll see, man. But that's really it for the podcast, guys. YouTube Live Podcast, episode 19. That's it. Next episode 20. I don't know when it's going to be. I said either Saturday or Sunday, probably Saturday. Start my new job then. Well, I started my new job this Tuesday. We'll see. We'll see where it goes or what time it comes out. But for sure, it'll be on podcast platforms, not on YouTube Live. But that's it for the video, guys. Don't forget, like, share, comment, subscribe. Comment down below. I will answer as soon as I can in the comment section. That's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.